Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First down here for the offense. On the move, it's Myers. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. He wants to throw. It's caught at the 45 on its way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
They've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great start in this football game early.
Dropping back, it's McCord. It's complete to the right. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Looking to throw for it. They're working that left side. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Leaves it with the running back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Just a simple power play. Again, not sexy. Run the ball up the middle. Physicality, offensive line gets to assert themselves, run block, which they love to do. This pays dividends down the road in the 4th quarter.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 40. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
This quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on 3rd down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call to get the INT.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, the running back has it.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a crease. It's Washington. They'll make the stop, and he gets 4 on the play. Ball's at the 25.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed, with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Listen, I know that's not a huge gain, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth-quarter game.
Wide out in motion. Looking to throw, it's McCord. Throws to the wide out. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. And the Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space, it's Meyer. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Dickey. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The Ducks trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. The 50, the 40, the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Washington. How about that D coming up with a play like that? That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice job intercepting the snowball there. The quarterback threw the snowball down the field. Couldn't get it to his wide receiver. Defensive back makes a great play. Tell you what, this snow definitely affecting the game.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a huge play. Pulls it in inside the 10. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Well, so much for just relying on the running game in the snow after that big play.
You know, you always hear the offenses say, I have the advantage. I know where I'm going when the weather's not great. The snow, no problem. Push.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Huskies. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And he coughs it up inside the 20. The kicking team's got it, and they take the ball right back.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return, you do. And a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. After the misfire, it's second down. The run from the shotgun. Tough running this deep in the red zone. He's got 4 down to the 11. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Going for 6. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And he did get that extra point through with no problem despite the snowy surface. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Pulls it in. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Handoff from the gun.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to pass. It's McCord. Trying to get to it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On second down, wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Reynolds. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Knight. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Washington has a lot of things working. Set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Got him downfield. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The Huskies trying to cash it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. Makes the catch. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll run it from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
The Ducks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
Why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute, throwing and running the football, Dave.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop? Down right now before the half. They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
He's got him this time. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. A new set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Finds his man. It's Williams. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Caught in the backfield, it's Washington. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
How many first downs is that, guys? On this drive alone, this defense has got to find a way to get off the field. They're playing way too many snaps.
Moving closer to the red zone, it's at the 27 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He makes a grab. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, what a nice play in the passing game there. We were all in the car driving over here together in the snow, and we were wondering, is anybody going to be able to even complete a pass in these conditions? Well, I guess we just got our answer there. It's not easy, man. As a quarterback, the ball is slippery, and for receivers or anybody running routes, it's hard to get in and out of breaks, but they might have been throwing that ball in Miami, and that looked beautiful and on time.
After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. To the air, it's Knight. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to power it in on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3 spot before the break. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Takes the handoff. It's Myers. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Ducks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Reynolds. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trying to find his man on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no, no, no.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Knight. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. It is good! And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Looking down the middle. Makes a connection. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage and got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Snagged in the middle. It's Dickey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He finds his man. Oh, look out! Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to...
The ball's free, and the defense snatches it, and they reverse the field.
I know these coaches are absolutely losing their mind with all of these turnovers, turnover after turnover after turnover. They're giving the ball away more than a non-profit. Come on.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David's got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Going to try to get it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Back to throw, it's Knight. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. When you're playing from behind, you can't afford to give it up the way they did the last drive, David.
No doubt, you cannot give the football away. Again, turnovers are the biggest stats in winning and losing games. If you're behind, Palmer, take care of the ball, but we got to go get a score here.
Yeah, and they just got to do a better job executing. I like the game plan so far for them, but they just need to go out and do a better job connecting the dots.
Skips away from pressure. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills too.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it, make sure you keep possession.
Looking to throw on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Wide receivers, you know, they might at least have a hint of D-man, right? Like, they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. And sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right now.
Dropping back, it's McCord. Going for the big play. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
What a nice play by the defender there. When you're cold and you're wet and it's snowy like this, you just want to make plays and get to the sideline. Why? Because there's a heater over there. Give it to me and my jacket, please.
Got it behind the line. It's Washington. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll take a deep shot here. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass, it's McCord. He's got his man. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. Trying to pick up a first down. 3:25. Bully ball on 3rd and short. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
The Ducks have their offense in high gear. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. He makes the connection. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air, it's McCord. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Ducks! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Trying to bully their way in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Back to the ground with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Throws to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
When that snow's coming down, it's even thicker than rain. It just affects the football. You can't get as much juice on it. And you can tell the QB couldn't get it to the wide receiver where he wanted to.
Trying to get behind the defense. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Ducks racing to the line in a hurry up.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and have a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
Wants to throw. It's McCord. Snags it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this.
Throw into the end zone. It's picked off. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you want to still be aggressive. A lot of times aggressiveness is what gets you a lead, but at the same time, man, we got to take care of the football. We can't make dumb mistakes time and time again.
He unleashes a long one. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find them.
He wants to take the top off. They almost had another interception. Is everybody clear on who's wearing which colored jerseys?
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass.
And he's thrown another interception. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. The delay of game pushes the offense back. Looking for a productive play on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Here comes the offense on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Across the 15. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion.